In Opus 60, the first 6 pieces are not meant to be studies, but only lessons. Sor by himself is writing, study these lessons just to learn the fretboard, actually. So it should be a very easy piece. In this video, I will focus on number 4 of these first 6 lessons, which is to me very interesting because it's in C minor. You heard that? C minor? C minor. Okay, C minor is quite an important tonality to us because Beethoven's 5th Symphony is in C minor, and that's the Symphony of Destiny. So in this little study, is it possible that destiny is knocking on the door? Let's have a look on that. Let's see, what did Ferdinand Gotthelf Hand say in 1837 in his Ästhetik der Tonkunst, Aesthetics of the Art of Music? What did he say that C minor means? C minor is an expression of melancholy, of sorrow, of desire for consolation. Okay, that's quite heavy. The form is quite easy. We have 2 main parts divided by the sign of repetition. We have A1 part, the B section, and the A2 section. Okay, the A1 section is subdivided in 2 smaller sections, which I call A1 and A2. The B section has B1 and B2, and the A2 section has A1 and A3. So what if this is a kind of micro sonata form? To my opinion, we have the exposition of the piece in the very first melody, so this one. Okay. Continued by this melody. Despair, asking for consolation, expression of melancholy and sorrow. Okay, the major third at the beginning, check. So the melody firstly goes down, it's sorrowful. And then the octave is quite a great interval, so exclamatio, and then going up. And now chromatic lines. Chromatic lines are always a very hard pass, a passus duriusculus. We already had that in another video. Okay, and the continuation. Goes to E flat major anyway, but looking for its way. The B part, which should be in a micro sonata form, a development. But before I play all the first B part, I would like to play for you C major, which is a very consonant chord. C major is just the contrary of despair or of sorrow. It's very lightful, very, very easy, very, very light. And first of all, the E, which makes it an E major chord, is not meant by far a dissonant note. But actually, the first note in the phrase in part B is, and here the E is in some way made dissonant because as part of the tritone B flat E, actually this is the chord. Okay, and there is another thing. The last note in part A is E flat. Together with the following B, we have a fifth. That's okay. The next note following is G, which still spells E flat major. And then is following. No, it's not that. That would be normal, okay? What Sor writes is. And that E natural seems to be quite dissonant and has to be resolved. And here is the solution, just in the next part. And this too is quite, well, dramatic, let's say. What's following we have, which is melodically spelled D flat major. That's quite intense as harmony. D flat major is in place of F minor. F minor would be the second grade in E flat major. And it's very much the treatment of the Neapolitan chord, because F flat, which would be the fourth grade in C minor actually, is here the fifth of F flat is raised to the minor sixth. And that generates this chord that in other circumstances has been called Neapolitan chord and is an operatic chord, quite expressive, quite dramatic. So. The ideas of the exposition rhythmically going on in B2. Are returning to G as a dominant to the recapitulation. And A3 is different from the second part in the first A section because it's resolving, it's concluding all the piece. It's using still that typical rhythmical cell of the first part. And harmonically, it's a perfect cadence in C minor. We have C7 as a dominant to the fourth grade F minor. This is the guide tone to G, where we spell actually this triad, which would be C minor, but that could be read as some kind of suspension to G major, dominant in C minor, and the concluding octave C. That could be some kind of conclusion, coda, to that micro sonata. But let's see how the phrasing could go. We have a pickup in the music, which is very important because it appears again and again all throughout the piece. So here's the pickup going down. Second little phrase. Motive actually, more than phrase. And the third one with this passus in a chromatic line. Okay, this is A1. We have a 1-1-2 subdivision, which, to my opinion, goes on. In order to go to the modulation to E flat major. It's again 1, 1, 2. The B part, 1, 1, 2 again. The B2 part is 1, 1, 2. At that point, probably we could say 1 and then a 3-bar part. That's due to your interpretation. And as we are in the development, this could be very well a longer phrase. I personally prefer 1, 1, 2. Then the recapitulation. Conclusion. At that point, you might like to listen again to all the piece with that elderly lady and the angle. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, push the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can, subscribe to the channel, you know what to do. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.